Bill Gates, the Wonder Man. To start a business with his boyhood buddy Paul Allen, Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard in 1975. As a result of the company's technical advancements, personal computers became hugely popular. 7 interesting facts about the eponymous co-founder of Microsoft. As a child, he had a mind that was well above his years. A voracious reader from the age of 8, Gates made his mark in his church confirmation class, where he was confirmed as an adult. In an annual challenge to his students, Reverend Dale Turner would have them remember chapters 5 to 7 of Matthew's Sermon on the Mount, and then reward the winners to a meal on top of the Space Needle. Reverend Turner was shocked when Gates recited the roughly 2,000-word passage with no faults when he took his turn. When it came time for lunch at the Space Needle restaurant, just one of Gates' classmates performed flawlessly. Microsoft was not Gates and Allen's first venture together. At Lakeside High School, they were computer geniuses and built a payroll software for Information Sciences Inc. They came up with a way to speed up the process of assessing traffic flow shortly after that. To record data, a pressure-sensitive tube would punch an entry into the paper tape whenever a vehicle passed, and the findings would be transferred onto computer cards. A microprocessor chip costing $360 was procured by Gates and Allen in order to create the TRAFO data computer, which was used to read and analyze tapes. In spite of their best efforts, fledgling entrepreneurs recognized they had a better understanding of how to create the TRAFO data than they had how to market the product. To this day, Allen points out the necessity of having a business plan in place. If it weren't for a competitor's help, his life may have taken a different path. Gates directed IBM to Gary Kildall of Digital Research Inc. in 1980 when the computer titans were looking to design a 16-bit operating system for their new personal computer. A non-disclosure agreement was refused by Dorothy Kildall, Kildall's business partner, since she refused to sign it while he was flying his jet. He saw that time was running out, so Gates took use of another company's operating system and renamed it DOS for IBM. Microsoft became the dominating name in PC operating systems thanks to MS-DOS and subsequently Windows, and its president became a billionaire at the age of 31 as a result of this success. Microsoft is where he met Melinda, his ex-wife. Melinda French, a recent Duke grad, sat next to the CEO of the company at an Expo trade fair dinner. When they ran into one another again a few months later in a Microsoft parking lot, Gates immediately proposed to her and they went on a date within 2 weeks. His request to meet that night was met with French's reluctance until Gates phoned an hour later and asked if they could meet that night. When they got engaged in 1993, the veil was lifted. They were married on New Year's Day 1994 in Hawaii, and they lived there for a few years. In May 2021, they announced that they were ending their marriage. He's bought a lot of expensive things. Top of the list are the $36 million he bought for Lost on the Grand Banks, a Winslow Homer picture, and the $30 million he spent for the Codex Leicester, our Leonardo da Vinci notebook. In addition, he spent $21 million on a private plane, which is reasonable for someone with his level of worldwide clout. Additionally, he has a mansion in Medina, Washington, where he lives, one of the world's most expensive homes, about $120 million, has a private beach, an Art Deco home theater, a 60-foot pool with an underwater sound system, and a trampoline room.